You have to put the media on quarantine, deep divers. What? Slow motion this side. You have to put the television on quarantine. You have to put fast food on quarantine. You have to put music that is destroying your soul on quarantine. You have to put the Matrix on quarantine. And the chosen ones are like, but we already did that though. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in nature, baby. Another gorgeous day. We got birds up there. We got the sun over there. We got the cat down the road over there. Life is good, deep divers. I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm sending you tons of good ass energy today, deep divers. Take that, take that, take that. The great pandemic predictions. We got a whole lot to talk about, deep divers. The great pandemic predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it, deep divers. Now, a lot of people have been messaging me. They're like, Ralph, how come you predicted this outbreak in your video 2020 predictions? Because I'm a Pisces, deep divers, born on March 3rd, that's 33. I'm a natural clairvoyant. But besides that, I've always been highly intuitive. Now, a lot of people were asking me to do a video about the great pandemic, what's coming, and deep divers, my oh my, there is a lot in the pipeline. What's coming? You won't believe it. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So wonderful deep divers, let me share with you wonderful souls, the visions I received. The great pandemic predictions. What's coming? You won't believe it, deep divers. Right now on the planet, people are in a state of emergency. Governments are in a state of emergency. There is pandemonium. There is panic. And I say this, deep divers, it's not a great pandemic. It's just a great panic. What? Slow motion this side. Now, it just got incredibly real. Now, a lot of people are looking a little bit shaky, baby. Now, a lot of people ain't laughing anymore. Our whole entire world has been drastically changed due to this pandemic, this COVID-19 that's been floating around the place, the atmosphere. A lot of people want to know my insight. What do you foresee, Ralph? Where did humanity go from here? Where do we all go from here? Now, I already knew, deep divers, many years ago that their time was up. The archons, other beings which you cannot see who have been ruling the planet, their time is up. And because of this, they're not going to leave without a good old battle. And what you're seeing right now is spiritual warfare. The whole world is a stage, deep divers, and we are all actors. Why did Shakespeare say the whole world is a stage? Because deep divers, what you are seeing in front of you right now is nothing more than a motion picture. Hollywood, no. This is the real film, okay? This is the real drama. Now, what's coming, deep divers? It's only gonna get worse before it gets better. It's only gonna get worse on the planet before it gets better. Your freedoms are being taken away as I speak. Right now, much of the world is on a lockdown. Much of the world is in quarantine. And deep divers, this is just the beginning. Because they want to kill your human spirit. They want to crush you into little pieces so you can't breathe. And wait a minute, COVID-19 affects the respiratory system. They want to take away that good ass prana. But they can't do that to the chosen ones. Deep divers, they can't do that to people who are awake. They can't do that to people who have their third eye open. Deep divers, I don't need 5G. I'm just heading to 5D. So that's what's happening on the planet, deep divers. That's what's coming for much of the masses, much of the people who have been programmed in this matrix. Their freedoms will be taken away. You are going to be in quarantine, not for a couple of weeks like the US wants, or 3 to 6 months like the UK want, and much of Europe. No, you are going to be in quarantine for a longer period of time. We're talking about for the rest of your lifetimes. Huh? Yes. Quarantine is the new normal on the planet. You see, deep divers, the world will never ever be the same again. Go and watch my 2020 prediction video. My 2020 predictions video. I said in 2020 something will happen which will be far bigger than 9/11. It will affect billions of people and their lives will never ever be the same again. You see, for a lot of people who have fear, and I always say, deep divers, let love guide you, not fear. People who are, because that's the only pandemic on the planet, fear. People who are in a perpetual state of fear right now, because they're watching the news 24/7, they will continue to quarantine themselves even after this pandemic fades away. They will voluntarily choose to wear a mask in the next 5 years and 10 years. Many people will be self-isolating for the rest of their lives. Many people will be afraid of other human beings for the rest of their lives. Many people will refuse to travel or even go outside for the rest of their lives. This is the new normal. Life won't go back to what it was a year ago. No, this is the new world order. This is what your masters planned for you. And it's been in the making for a mighty long time because it's all scripted. Once again, the whole world is a stage and we are all actors. So the part of the play right now is to have a great pandemic, which is not really a pandemic, it's more of a great panic. You see, deep divers, the truth is stranger than the fiction. What's happening right now on the planet? The vibration has been lowered. A lot of people are in fear. And deep divers, more people will die from depression, anxiety, turning to alcohol because they don't know how to deal with this situation, than the actual virus going around. A lot of people will have more depression. Depression levels will soar because of what's happened. Anxiety levels will soar because of what's happened. But the good news, deep divers, is that the whole of the planet is being transformed. Deep divers, a global reset button has been pushed. Everything has been reset. That means coronavirus is the great equalizer. What do I mean by this? There is an economic collapse that is on the way. A Great Depression, deep divers. Everything is going to collapse economically. Markets are going to crash because the whole of the planet is in a state of lockdown, in a state of quarantine. Businesses have to shut down, and they are going out of business, no pun intended. Because of this economic crash, a lot of people are going to have a lot of time to start thinking about what's really going on. A lot of people are going to have a lot of time for introspection, to say, actually, this new way of life for me is very foreign. And because of this, a lot of people are going to be forced to start questioning their reality, to say, actually, wait a minute, what's actually going on? Stanley Milgram, Yale professor, very famous social psychologist. And as a psychologist, I studied and learned about Stanley Milgram in university. In the 1960s, he had the famous Milgram experiment, obedience experiment. And he actually advertised in the newspaper, I'll pay you $4 an hour if you just participate in my scientific study, okay? But they didn't know that they were actually participating in an obedience study, okay? And basically, they had to ask their partner a question, and if their partner got it wrong, they could give them a little electric shock. It started off at 15 volts, okay? And every time they got it wrong or made a mistake, it would go up and up until it reached the maximum of 450 volts. Now, some participants actually said, no, this is immoral. I'm not going to partake in this experiment. This is wrong. However, over 65% went through with the experiment. And even though their partners were in pain, they obeyed authority. What you're seeing right now on the planet is the new version of the Milgram obedience experiment. What? Slow motion this side. Deep divers, the great pandemic. What's coming? You won't believe it. A lot of people are scared of bats right now because apparently that's where it came from. You are going to see 7-Day Vegan Challenge, a rise in veganism, a rise in people who are going to be going plant-based. Already, you are seeing more people become health conscious because they want to boost their immune system and they don't want to catch COVID-19. You are going to see more people be more interested in health superfoods, vitamin C, turmeric, vitamin D, fresh fruits, leafy greens. More people are becoming health conscious because of fear that a virus may overtake and actually take over their entire body. What's coming, deep divers? In the next 13 months, there is going to be a vaccine which is going to be made mandatory for much of the world to take. And in actuality, many people are actually going to volunteer. Many people are going to choose that, hey, we have to have this vaccine. And because of this mandatory vaccine, there are going to be many people who are going to refuse this, but many governments are going to enforce this mandatory vaccine, and they're going to say it's to protect you. And what's actually going to happen is that many countries are going to say, if you don't take this vaccine, which is full of mercury, you won't be able to enter our country. So you are going to actually have to have a certificate saying that you do not have this virus within you. We are moving towards an Orwellian state, deep divers. Big Brother, oh, it just got incredibly real, has been here for a long time, because you have been ruled over by inorganic beings who have used you as batteries. What's coming, deep divers? You won't believe it. Many people, though, are waking up. Thank goodness gracious for that. Many people are losing trust in the system. Many people will pull away from the matrix. Many people will take their children out of the schools for good. And that's why many children will not be returning to schools. Because many conscious parents are like, actually, I kind of knew something was fishy about the system. Now I realize that this system is nothing more than a pack of cards, than a house of cards. And it's so easy for it to crumble, for it to collapse. Many people, what are you going to see after this, deep divers? A lot of people are going to lose trust in the system. They're going to start to realize that this system is fragile, that this system doesn't even know what it's doing. And it's not just about living for the system. You have to do for yourself right now. You have to invest in yourself, your spiritual health, your mental health, your physical health. What's coming, deep divers? Love will win. What? Slow motion this side. Love will win. Love will win. That's what's coming. You are going to see the whole earth be reborn with more people waking up more than ever. Now, there are going to be mass protests, deep divers. A lot of people are going to start protesting in the next 12 months about this quarantine business. Like, hey, I don't want to stay indoors, because in much of Europe, you are going to be in quarantine for the next 6 months. And you're going to have to put your hand up to go to the toilet. Now, there are going to be huge global protests about this quarantine. And I'm here to remind you, deep divers, you have to remind yourself, if you are in alignment with nature, you have nothing to worry about. If you have gotten right with nature, you have nothing to worry about. Because love will win. Love will win the battle, deep divers, not fear. But not everybody's going to make it. There are going to be huge casualties. A lot of people are going to fall victim to fear, victim to propaganda. Only the chosen ones will be left. What? Slow motion this side. The great pandemic, deep divers, what's coming? You won't believe it. Society right now, as I speak, is being recalibrated. A new infrastructure is being built. Many people will go off the grid in the up and coming months. Many people will actually retreat even further. If you've already been out of the matrix, you are like, hey, I gotta go really out of the matrix right now. As people realize that the way we have been living, we have been a virus to the planet. We've been killing the planet, killing the rainforest. Since 1970, over 60% of animal populations have vanished from this planet. So now more people will start to realize that we have to start getting right with the planet, because this is part of the karmic debt. Deep divers, what's coming? You won't believe it. This is not going to go away soon. In the next 36 months, you are going to have a new strain of the coronavirus. And it's going to be even more powerful than this one. This one is very contagious, but it only kills less than 1%. The new strain is going to be a lot more lethal, and it's going to affect a lot of people. But it won't affect you if you are right with nature, if you are raising your vibration every single day. Deep divers, what's coming? You won't believe it. The ruling oligarchy, the Owl Club, the inorganic beings who have been harvesting the energy of human beings, who have been manipulating you, ruling over you, their time is coming to an end. And you are going to see the collapse. You are going to see many arrests happen from these people high up. You're going to see them fall. Someone will be arrested. And you're going to start to see that this coronavirus has been a massive cover-up. It was made in a lab in Wuhan. It's a man-made virus, and this is going to come out in years to come, that this is not a natural virus. This was a man-made virus, and politics got involved. The great pandemic, deep divers, what's coming? You won't believe it. A new earth is being built. Justice will be restored. The first will be last and the last will be first. Because we are ushering in the age of Aquarius, deep divers, a full disclosure will be present. The hidden will come to light. For the first time, millions of people all around the world will start to realize that the world out there has been nothing more than a B movie. You've been living in nothing more than a cheap set in a B movie. People are going to be hungry for the truth, and only the truth, and nothing but the truth. They're going to start to realize that there is no world out there. The only true world is within us. The new world will be built by the chosen ones, deep divers, and justice will be restored. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? All the people who created this virus will be brought down, and they will have to pay the penalty. Deep divers, I'm just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been rocking the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Got a question for me, deep divers? Add me on the verified official Instagram page at official Ralph Smart, and the verified Facebook page at Ralph Smart, and the model search is on. If you are a sexy ass model, with a lot of heart, DM me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Check out the new book, Deep Divers, for more empowering information like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Deep Divers, Love Will Win. Let love guide you, not fear, today. Have a beautiful day, Deep Divers. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! Love will win. Win. Yes, it's already won. Peace.